guys, it's Izzy here, and today we are doing part 2 of my book Unhaul. These are the books that I have not read. Let's get into it. There's going to be a common theme with a lot of these books. A lot of them are young adult fantasy. As when I first joined BookTube, I was in that demographic. I was 17 or 18 years old. I'm not exactly sure, but I was a young adult, so that those books were geared towards me. And it was what BookTube at the time was very heavily promoting. And kind of, no, I would say romance is what they're really promoting now. But when I first joined, it was young adult fantasy. And I kept reading it, and I was like, all this is starting to feel the same. I don't want to read the same story 20 billion times. I like to hear all different kinds of stories, and not one where it's basically the same main character, just in one might be in an Egyptian setting, one might be in a Russian setting, or worlds inspired by those. So like the setting changes, but the characters don't really change. That's how I feel about young adult fantasy. But we're going to first start with the ones that I am more hesitant to get rid of. So if you guys think I should keep any of these books, let me know in the comments below. And if not, they will be going on my eBay, or I'm going to be donating them. I will try to tell y'all which ones will be on eBay and which ones won't be, but let's get into it. The first one I got on Book Outlet forever ago, and it is Roar by Cora Carmack. Tell me that's not Daenerys Targaryen on the cover. So challenge a tempest, survive it, and you become its master. So again, this is by Torteen, so it's a young adult fantasy. Don't have a strong desire to read that, and I think I'm gonna donate this one just because the black dot, if y'all tell me not to keep it. This is one that's not a fantasy. This is like a young adult thriller, so that's why I'm more hesitant, because I haven't read that many young adult thrillers, and the one I read, Sadie by Courtney Summers, I did really enjoy, so I'm more likely to give a thriller a chance than a fantasy. And this is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. So this is a series as well. So look, a riddle, time for fun. Should we use a rope or gun? What a riddle there. So this one I'm more hesitant by, and if I do get rid of it, I will be selling it. This one, I love the cover, and I'm pretty sure it has a South American setting, or at least inspired by South America, which is a setting I haven't read a lot from. And this is Woven in Moonlight, Seize the Night by Isabella Ibanez. So Ibanez, sorry, I put like a U in there. This is a lush tapestry of magic, romance, and revolution, drawing inspiration from Bolivian politics and history. I do really enjoy Latin American set books, so maybe a fantasy inspired by Latin American culture I might enjoy. So let me know if I should keep this. And it is signed by the author. Again, this is one that I would sell. And lastly, this is one that is inspired by Jane Austen novels, and that is Dangerous Alliance, an ostentatious romance by Jennieke Cohen. And the reading that recently read this, or not recently, I watched vlogs from months ago because I do that, but she really enjoyed it, so I might enjoy it. Who knows? Because I do love Jane Austen, so I might end up loving this. And again, it is, but I do think this has some fantastical elements, but I'm not 100%, and I do have a signed by the author copy there. Another one is Angel Mage, Garth Nix. Is that the author? I think. A lot of these I got in YA fantasy subscription boxes, because at the time, that was really cool on BookTube. And this one is, again, a fantasy. Ooh, look at that art. Very cool. And is it? Yep, it is signed. And yeah, I don't know what this is about. Like, there's no little quote or anything. And then I do have some adult books, because I cannot skip on Book of the Month. Like, you are permitted to, but I am somebody no, I'm not going to skip. Now, here we are, years after, and I'm like, should I have got these books? So again, let me know if you guys think I would enjoy them. We're going to have, I think, a lot of thrillers, because I'm not a huge thriller reader. So we have Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. This is a courtroom thriller about an immigrant family and a young single mother accused of killing her autistic son. Miracle Creek is a powerhouse debut about how far we'll go to protect our families and our deepest secrets. So if any of y'all have read this, was it good? Do you recommend it? Then we have If Only I Could Tell You by Hannah Beckerman. A secret between two sisters, a lifetime of lies unraveling. Can one broken family find their way back to the other? It doesn't have a genre, so once the truth is revealed, will it be enough to put her family back together again, or will it break them apart? So should I read it? This is another thriller, I'm pretty sure, and that is Happy and You Know It by Laura Hankin. Again, from Book of the Month. This is a dark, witty page-turner about a struggling young musician who takes a job singing for a playgroup of overprivileged babies and their effortlessly cool moms, only to find herself pulled into their glamorous lives and dangerous secrets. That kind of sounded intriguing. Not sure. Again, I should really look on Goodreads after I film this to see if any of my friends or people I follow have read these books and to see what they thought about them, and because most of them have similar reading taste as me, to see if I would like them. I have Anna K, A Love Story by Ginny Lee. Every happy teenage girl is the same, while every unhappy teenage girl is miserable in her own special way. This is an Anna Karenina retelling, and I haven't read Anna Karenina. I do want to. I am going to be picking up my first Tolstoy next month. It's looking at me over there. Very scary. But I haven't read Anna Karenina, so I'm like, why should I own this if I haven't even read what it's inspired by? Then The Last Flight by Julie Clark. This is, again, I think a thriller. Two women, two flights, one last chance to disappear. So that one. And this one's not a book of the month, but this is The Princess Bride by William Goldman, illustrated by Michael Monomovable. So this is St. Morgenstern's classic tale of true love and high adventure. So I am sure y'all all know about The Princess Bride, and I'm thinking of picking this back up and getting it out of the stack. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because it is a classic, and I know one of my friends loves the movie, so I should probably read the book, and it's like really heavy. And in this box, the last one out of books that I might give a chance is A Good Neighbor by Therese Ann Fowler. So what happens when you try to do the right thing, but it goes all wrong? And this takes place in North Carolina, which is kind of... We have our next stack now, and we're starting out with the one that I got in yet another subscription box, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kimmerer. And I know a ton of people loved this book when it first came out. So this is again, young adult fantasy. Comes with a bookmark here, so I got this in February 2019. And it is a signed copy. I'm seeing... Is it? It might not be a signed copy. I totally just imagined all that. I might just have a cool cover. Who knows? So this is a modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast. This is one that a friend really enjoyed, so it probably should be in that other stack, and that is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This is, I think, more magical realism than it is straight up fantasy. Love those end pages, though. Super pretty. Should I keep it? Still, with these books in this section, y'all can still tell me, should I keep it or not? Because I will take that advice. So I trust y'all. I'm trusting y'all with this. Another book of the month book, that is For Better and Worse by Margaret Hunt. And this is from November 2018. It was the perfect marriage until everything went wrong. So a couple and a thriller. Do they kill each other? Maybe, who knows. One that came from a subscription box to Best the Boys by Mary Weber. We have sprayed edges. The task is simple. Don a disguise, survive the labyrinth, best the boys. So this reminds me of The Maze Runner. I never saw that movie, never read the book, but I remember it when it came out. So this is a signed copy, and this is a UK edition. So pretty cool. We have The Tiger at Midnight by Swati Tirhala. This is kill the general, evade his soldiers, find the assassin, save the country, don't fall in love. Like, yeah, why did they always have to throw romance in these books? So there's our signed copy. And then this one that I just thought was really cool. I remember I saw it on Pagan from the Peruse Project. This is Middle Grade, The Assassination of Brangwine Spurge by M.T. Anderson and Eugene Yelchin. That, I do love the way this book is. Like, I love the aesthetic of it, but it's taking up shelf room, and I don't know if I'll actually... Last stack, and this is just the same category as the one y'all just saw. We have Blood Air by Emil Van Zau. So I kind of heard that this is an Anastasia retelling, but is it like a retelling of it really happened, I don't know. But a princess with a deadly gift, a con man with a heart of ice, an empire on the verge. So Russian inspired. I really like this cover though. I think it's really cool. We have First King of Shannara by Terry Brooks. I know there's like an MTV show where there was, and I think Austin Butler was on it, so it had a pretty decent cast. But this is the prequel volume of the classic series that became one of the most popular fantasy tales of all time. I don't know. This one is, I'm pretty sure, a signed copy, but I took off the sticker. But yeah, this is a signed copy of Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I feel like this author is only in drama, and I don't really want to support that, even if at one time I did think this song is super cool, and I love this cover. So they killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. Should I read it? Should I keep it? Let me know. This one is another Russian inspired. I got in a subscription box. Why are there so many Russian inspired fantasy novels? Like, I love Russian history, but these are not historical fiction. They are fantasy. I want to know why authors choose Russia. But this is Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye. We have pretty purple sprayed edges. And again, it is a signed copy. So, a society of assassins, an empire of magic, a world of secrets. This one is set in France, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know if it's like an actual Paris. Yeah, it says Paris. So, The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. This one, I remember when it came out, a lot of people were super excited and then were let down. This is, where's a description? Okay, Severin stared at the luminous dark of the Eye of Horus. In that second, the air smelled metallic. He could almost see it, gray rippling the sky, as if it were hectic with fever. Faint teeth of light flashing in the clouds, a taunt to snap. This realization felt like watching a storm. He couldn't stop what would come next, and he didn't want to. And was that a signed copy? I don't know. I don't remember if I bought this one. Oh, it is a signed copy. We have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I know a lot of people love this book. So Marie Barrow's world is divided by blood. This will be one that I donate, by the way. And then lastly, The Last Named Sarah by Kirsten Cicerelli. This is book one of the best-selling Iskari series. I think this is Japanese inspired, and again, it sounded really cool at the time, but I'm not really that interested anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. If you've made it all the way through, leave a sword emoji in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.